Good evening, folks. Don Tyson, Blake Perryman coming to you from the Route 66 Coliseum in Stroud, Oklahoma. Area finals tonight. Got a dandy for you. The Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs taking on the Glencoe Panthers tonight. The winner of this ball game advances to the state tournament, which will start Thursday in Oklahoma City. The loser of this contest will come back tomorrow evening, and they will take on Earlsboro, who defeated Lomega this afternoon 37-35. Bring in my partner, Blake Perryman. Blake, what are your thoughts on tonight's ball game?
Hey, Don, you can go through and look in college basketball, NBA, high school level, wherever you want to go. In the NBA, I would say the Lakers and the Celtics. In college basketball, I would say, Duke and North Carolina. And whenever you come to small school basketball in Oklahoma, I would say Fort Cobb Broxton and Glencoe are in that same category. These two teams have played a lot of games in the big house. Yeah. They know how to win. And I'll tell you, Don, they are one of 5 teams to win at least 3 straight state finals in a row.
Yeah.
And they are the only to do it since 2010. The others are Frontier, who you remember Mustangs played, I believe it was 2018, beat them to win their 4th straight. And Fort Cobb's the only team in small school basketball, one of only 2 teams in the state of Oklahoma to ever win 4 or more. So, whenever you go look at records and stats and whatever you want to, you're going to see Fort Cobb and Glencoe on a lot of those.
You're right. I went back to the year 2000. Fort Cobb, Broxton, and Glencoe both to compare because they played each other in the state finals in 2000. Fort Cobb come out on top. But since the year 2000, Fort Cobb has made 16 state appearances. They've won 7 titles and 2 runners-up. Glencoe, on the other hand, since 2000, they have been 10 times to the state tournament. They have 4 state titles and 2 runners-up. We defeated them in 2000 in the championship game. They defeated Fort Cobb in 2006 in the championship game. And then they met a couple of times, once in the quarterfinals, once in the semifinals in that run where Fort Cobb had won 4 in a row. So that's 4 games that I know of. I think that's all that I know of that they played each other. All 4 of them were in the state tournament. And Fort Cobb's come out on top three times out of 4, so hopefully that'll continue.
And I believe the last time we played them, and we might have played them after that, but 2016, the year after we beat Forgan in Class B, we moved up to Class A. Glencoe had went on that streak of winning 3 in a row. I believe it was the semifinals we beat them.
I believe so.
Knocked them out, went on to win it, and then won 2 more state championships after that. And I don't know if we played them since then.
I don't think so.
So, I guarantee you there's some people in this crowd that still have a bitter taste in their mouth about that. So, they say at some point you can get your revenge. Well, here's their chance tonight.
Well, it's probably more about just these teams wanting to win today. Glencoe's got quite a high-scoring team. They've scored over 109 times this season. Interesting, their last 3 ball games, they've scored 110, 53, and 34 last week in the regional finals. So, they can be defended, I think. The Mustangs, in some of their statistics, they've been to state tournament 9 times in a row, so they're trying to make it 10 this year. So, it's quite remarkable when you think about a streak of going to state.
And, Don, you said Glencoe's been to state 10 times since the year 2000. Fort Cobb's trying to make it 10 in a row.
There you go. Yep. The Glencoe Panthers will be the visiting team on the scoreboard today. And they come into the game with a record of 26 wins and 2 losses. And they are ranked number 4 in the state. And we'll look at their starting. A junior, number 34, Trey Spear. A junior, number 10, Jakin Whedon. A senior, number 23, Brad Reeves. A freshman, number 5, Jackson Whedon. And a senior, number 11, Jordan Beaver. The Panthers are coached by Mr. Jeff Whedon. In case you're wondering, they are 15 miles northeast of Stillwater is where they're located. They have a record of 26 wins and 2 losses, and they're ranked number 4. For the home team today, the Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs, a junior number 2, Jackson Willits. A sophomore number 3, Cray Rogers. A junior number 4, Simeon Collins. A junior number 22, Blake Nunn. And a junior number 33, Ian Taylor. Of course, the Mustangs are coached by legendary coach Scott Hines, assisted by Dale Bellamy, and also assisted by his son Cameron Hines, who is here with him today, as he's been several nights. Cameron has come over, played for USAO, and able to come over and assist on the bench. One of the great point guards, small class basketball, certainly at Fort Cobb Broxton history, and we're glad to have Cameron. Coach Hines has 677 wins in his career, 10th on the list. 2 behind number 9, Vero Franklin. They have a record of 22 wins and 5 losses, and they are ranked number 8 in Class B.
Don, before we get started, I want to update all the Mustang fans. I know it might be hard to see. Cray Rogers is wearing a brace on his left knee. He messed up his knee. I don't know if it was in the game or in practice, but want to see how much that limits him tonight.
Hope it won't bother him too much. Mustangs going left to right in their home uniforms today. They get the tap, and they will have the first offensive possession. Going against looks like a 1-2-2 zone. There's a 3-pointer by Rogers. It won't fly, and a rebound control by Beaver. Up ahead quickly. 3-pointer on the way. Left wing is no good. Nunn there with the rebound, pushes into the front court, and there's going to be a carry and a turnover on Fort Cobb Broxton. Just underway. Opening period, no score.
And already you can see how Glencoe wants to play. They want to get the rebound and get out and run and beat you in transition. And looks like they want to shoot threes in transition too.
Yeah, they won't be bashful to shoot, I'm sure.
I guess that's one way to score 110.
Well, Fort Cobb can match that, I know. Spear with it. Trying to go along the baseline. Bounce pass left wing by Beaver. None on him. Now straight away is Jackson Whedon, coach's son. There's Spear. Spin move in the paint. Had it knocked loose, but it went right to one of the Panthers. Good defense by the Mustangs on this trip. There's Spear, the 18-footer, no good. And Ian Taylor with the rebound. We've played a minute, no score. Rogers on the crossover dribble, lost his footing, but maintains possession of the ball. Over to Taylor. And now the Mustangs will reset the offense. Right side to go to Collins. The zone defense is pushing them out quite a ways. Their guards really extend on this zone. Pass in the corner to Willits. Guarded there by Spear. Tries to go along the baseline. Cut off. Bounce pass out to Rogers. Quickly over to Taylor. Tell you what, this Panther defense really moves well. Collins, baseline 3 on the way. Good! Simeon Collins, that's a good sign as he drains the first basket of the day. Didn't shoot it particularly well in a contest last ball game they played, but he starts off well here for the Mustangs. Give them a 3-0 lead. We played 2 minutes. Panthers now on the attack. That's Beaver. Back to Spear. Left wing 3's no good. Nunn with an easy rebound. Off to Rogers. Quickly up ahead to Taylor. Little 6-foot runner left of the glass. No good. A little hard off the backboard. And here comes Brad Reeves for the Panthers. Left wing to go. 3-pointer by Whedon is good. We're tied at 3. Jake and Whedon ties the score at 3. Good ball movement that time by the Panthers. Got a wide open look by Whedon. Quickly the Mustangs move around the perimeter. And the ball is knocked loose by Brad Reeves out of bounds. It'll stay with the Mustangs. And now Rogers will start the offense over to Collins. Thought about a 3-pointer. They close out on. Now Rogers 3-pointer straight away, no good. Airballed it. And it'll be the Panthers basketball.
Not quite sure I like how the Mustangs are attacking this zone so far. I don't think, except Jackson down in the corner, I don't think they've driven in once.
Yeah. There's a long pass from Spear. I don't know exactly why. It's kind of ill-advised there. Long baseball type pass, and there's really nothing to be gained there, and they lost it out of bounds, so turned over to Fort Cobb.
Speaking of baseball, these two teams faced off in the state semifinals in the fall, and Spear pitched the first game, I believe Glencoe played Tupelo. Tupelo was ranked second in the state. Glencoe beat them. And Spears' fastball is about 85, 86.
He's 6'3", is listed on the roster. Jackson Willits, 15-footer is good. Puts the Mustangs back on top, 5-3. Yeah, Spears is a good-looking athlete, that's for sure. I can see his biceps from up here. He tries to drive against Willits, a little 6-footer, good.
You know, Don, I don't know if it's just me, but it looks like he's wearing a brace on his right knee.
I believe so. We're tied at 5, 4:30 to play, opening period. Yeah, at some point, there's Willits just inside a three-point arc. His jumper won't go. Spear high for the rebound. Long pass up ahead into the front court to Beaver. All alone. Three-pointer on the way, good. Boy, he's all alone there. That's Jordan Beaver. Had enough time to kind of spin it in his hands before he shot it. And it gives Glencoe their first lead at 8-5. There's Rogers trying to answer. Right wing three on the way, no good. Rebound control by Jordan Beaver. Now Spear with it, left side over to Jakin Whedon. His three-pointer's good. That's 2 3-pointers for Jakin Whedon.
You think he likes that spot?
I believe he does. And it's 11-5, Glencoe on top. It appears they're pretty good shooters, as we anticipated. I talked to Coach Hines back before the playoffs began, after they drew it up. I asked him what he thought about his draw, and he mentioned Glencoe right off the bat. So this is no surprise. They got a good ball club. Rogers thought about the three. Now he goes into Taylor, little 6-footer. Got the kind bouncing good. Ian Taylor with his first basket. Quickly down is Whedon, another three-pointer, no good. And Beaver with the rebound. Well, they are quick and they're good jumpers. There's going to be a foul on Nunn. First foul of the contest. Not a lot of fouls when you shoot a bunch of three-point shots. That's what's been happening so far. These two teams, their common opponent was Coyle. Mustangs beat them in the regional finals. 12, I believe. And Glencoe beat them in overtime 71-64. So if comparative scores mean anything, this ought to be a tight one. Glencoe gets the ball off the kick. Spear, spin move against Willits. Knocked away by Nunn. Good defense by Brody. Hands it off to Rogers. They swing it around to Willits, right side. Glencoe's stay in this 2-3 zone, and the guards really come out and pressure the ball, so it kind of extends you all the time. They let Spear defend the rim. There's Collins, and they really close out well on the shooters. I think the point you made about penetration, there's a ball taken away, and then Rogers fouled him. That's a pretty wise foul right there, because Jordan Beaver was off to the races for an easy layup.
Just glad we're not in the NBA and they called a clear path.
Yeah. Heads-up play there by Cray just to save an easy layup.
You know, Don, it looks to me like Cray is not liking that brace at all.
No, it looks a little uncomfortable for him. First time he's worn it that I know of. Three-pointer baseline is good by Jakin Whedon, and that's 3 for him in the first period. And it's a 14-7 lead, Glencoe on top. They're having trouble finding him, apparently, the Mustangs are, because it's been pretty good open look every time. Poked out of bounds by Jordan Beaver. And Brody Devon will check in for Ian Taylor. And Willits set to inbound along the sideline with 2 minutes to play, opening period. At some point you would think that someone's going to have to penetrate and then dish it back out to an open shooter. So far we haven't really shown propensity to do that. Over to Willits. He'll drive along the baseline, and he's going to be bumped and fouled by Jordan Beaver, I believe. And that'll be first foul on Glencoe. And Rogers set to inbound for the Mustangs. Collins thought about it, but he's way out there. Backs it out to Rogers. There's Collins, right wing three on the way. Count it. Simeon Collins with his second tray. And it's 14-10. Big basket. There's a drive by Jake and Whedon, and he's going to be fouled by Collins on the floor, I think. Should be, I think. No, they're going to give him 2 shots. I don't know how he was going in. I don't know how he was in the act of shooting, but anyway. Basket's good by Whedon. That gives him 10 already. Checking in, replacing Houston Patton is Reeves checks in, back in for Patton. And it's 15-10. Whedon will have one more, and he makes it. Jakin, he's put on the show here tonight. He's got 11 points of the 16 for Glencoe. Here's Devon out front to Willits, cutting down the middle of the lane. Little 14-foot floater won't go. Looked like it slipped out of his hand. And they're going to give it to Glencoe. 1:09 to play, opening period. And Glencoe with a basketball. Spear finally into the front court. It looks like they're going to be content to play for the last shot here. Coach Jeff Whedon, two of the players on their team, Jackson and Jakin, I'm pretty positive they're his sons. I know Coach Hines told me earlier that the coach had a couple of boys that were really good players. And obviously, number 10, Jakin, is an excellent shooter.
It's kind of the same thing they had with Lazenby's
the
year we played them.
Exactly right. 25 seconds to play. Mustangs content to let them burn some clock here.
Was some good-looking basketball, isn't it?
13 now. Be good to get a stop here. 10 seconds. Now Spear will start the attack. Gets a screen. Dribbles to the right around Devon. Bounce pass through the lane. Shot blocked from behind by Brody Devon with 3 seconds. Well, they had a nice play set up there. They got a good pass down there to Jordan Beaver, but Brody Devon came from behind, swatted it out of bounds. So we got to defend the inbounds play here with 3 seconds. Get it into Spear quickly. Dribbles top of the key. A little 17-footer. Left wing good. Trey Spear, just like you draw it up. After 1 quarter of play, Glencoe 18, Fort Cobb Broxton 10. You're listening to the Mustangs Basketball Network.
Your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Ouachita Valley Bank, locally owned and operated since 1902, proudly serving the Fort Cobb area with knowledgeable and friendly professionals that actually care about your financial well-being. Online banking, loans, certificate of deposit, safe deposit boxes, 24-hour telephone banking, and an ATM. For service you can trust, Ouachita Valley Bank, 405-643-2305, member FDIC.
Proud supporters of Fort Cobb Mustangs. The name of the store is T-Birds. Come see Connie for our daily lunch specials. Good. We offer cold drinks, hot food, and a clean environment. Also, $1 Fountain Pop Wednesdays. See you soon. We are your premier best in state drivers.
Yeah.
Welcome back, folks. Blake, you got some shooting percentages in that first period?
I do. Mustangs are 4 for 12 from the field, 2 for 6 from behind the arc, so 33% on both of those. They haven't taken any free throws yet. 2 turnovers. Glencoe 6 for 11 from the field, 54%. 4 for 7 from 3, 57%, and 2 for 2 from the free throw line, also 2 turnovers for them.
And they get the ball to start the second period with that 8-point lead. Mustangs still in that. Not sure what they're still in a man. Pass down low to Jordan Beaver, taken away by Blake Nunn, up ahead to Rogers. Good defense by Blake. Now he has it along the baseline. 3-pointer, no good. Rogers high for the rebound. I think it went off Spear, and it'll stay with Fort Cobb. Yeah, it looks like Cray's really
limping a little
really
bit.
Favoring that left knee. He sure is.
I sure don't like that.
Collins with it now, holding out front. Yeah, he really limping noticeably. Over to Devon, Nunn in a baseline over to Rogers. Quickly out to Collins. Long three-pointer on the way, no good. Hit the front iron. Step beyond his range, perhaps. Quickly down come the Panthers. That's Jake and Whedon. Long three-pointer, no good. Grazed the iron, and Collins gets the rebound.
Need to find a way to score inside. If you can start doing that, then the threes might open up.
Exactly.
But even in the zone, you're not getting great looks from outside.
Right. Willits, baseline jumper's good by Jackson. That's 4 for Jackson. It's 18-12.
You just have to make them respect you inside the perimeter.
Yeah. Yeah, if you just settle for three-point shots all night, it's going to be difficult. There's a long three-pointer, no good by Jackson Whedon. And the Mustangs chance to draw a little closer here. Left side Collins, bounce pass into Rogers, right wing three on the way by Devon. Ball tapped around, it comes into Jake and Whedon ahead of the pack, and his layup is good for the Panthers. And it's 20-12 now. 13 points already for Jakin. Right side to Brody Devon, in the corner to Willits. Spear comes out on him. Long cross-court pass to Collins. Their zone moves really quickly, Blake.
And if you notice, Coach Hines has moved Cray down to the corner, and he's playing a little bit in the post. He's not out on the perimeter as a guard now.
Good pass from Willits to Blake Nunn, and Blake lays it in for 2 right under the basket.
Hines is arguing for, got him across the arm, and I don't blame him at all. There's a lot of contact.
20-14 now. There's a drive by Whedon around Devon. Shot over Rogers is good. I tell you, Jake and Whedon is a pretty good ball player. Quickly down to Willits. Has to hold up. Good defense by Reeves. Now they swing it around on the perimeter. Yeah, it's interesting. They got Rogers floating along. I think that's what they're trying to do, is get it inside and then possibly kick it out if we can. Rogers is a good passer, good ball handler. But we're just having difficulty getting inside these two guards that push us out. Now Willits tries to drive over to Collins. Gets by his defender, a little 14-footer, no good. Boy, that was a good look there. That's kind of recipe for success there if we can make that shot. Now Spear going against Willits. Poked away briefly, but he got it back. Long time in the lane, finally gets out. Yeah, he had it for 2 or 3 seconds, and then he passed it, and he stayed in there. Hardly see that call.
I think the referee watched the pass, forgot he was in the lane, maybe.
Yeah. There's Whedon, long three-pointer from the right side. This time it's good. Jake and Whedon, that's 4 trays in the first half for him. And it's 25-14, halfway through the second period. He is a good shooter. Good find from Rogers down to Nunn for the easy 2.
Quick ball movement. You got it inside.
I think that's a good coaching move there by Hines, as he got the good passer there at the free throw line and able to find some cutters. But on the other end, the Mustangs foul. And they say it's on number 2, Jackson Willits. And that'll be his first, and at the line will be Trey Spear. He's got 4 points already, make it 5. Tell you what, they just don't miss very many shots. Ian Taylor checking in for Devon, and it's a 10-point lead for Glencoe. And Spears second on the way, it's also good. 27-16 now. Largest lead of the contest for Glencoe. There's Nunn all the way to the hoop, layup no good. Coach Hines is saying he got him on the wrist, and good hustle that time by Collins as he hustled back to knock it away from Beaver. Boy, it looked like Nunn had an easy layup, and Spear come over, and Hines is beside himself on the no call there. I don't know what you got to do.
You know, Blake Nunn's pretty athletic, but when he went up, it looked like he was about to put Spear on a poster.
Yeah, he was way up there. There's a three-pointer straight away, no good this time by Jordan Beaver. Quickly up ahead to Willits. Drives around Spear all the way, hands it off to Nunn. Layup no good, right under the basket. Was a great feed from Willits. And there's Whedon, left wing three, good. That's Jake and Whedon. That guy's unbelievable. That's 5 trays already. There's Taylor wide open to the goal and doesn't notice it. They're leaving us some openings here, but we're just not able to score. They drop it down to, and we're going to have an offensive foul, of course, as Rogers pass. Hines is going to get a technical here, I'm sure. He's crossed the timeline. I think he wants one. As he's crossing the timeline, and he's going to take a timeout to discuss the officials. He's pretty upset at both those calls.
The ball was long out of Cray's hands on that call.
He came down. They said it was Coach Hines called a timeout. I don't know if he's given him a T yet or not. We'll keep it right here and discuss it. Full timeout for them. And he's going to discuss things with Coach Hines. He's pretty upset at the non-call on Nunn as he went to the hoop and appeared Spear caught him pretty good on the forearm. And then the next trip down the floor, we get an offensive foul on Rogers. So.
Looking up at the scoreboard, one thing I don't like is underneath Fort Cobb, there's 5 fouls. Underneath Glencoe, there's 1.
I think he's pointing that out to him.
But, in the girls' game before this,
Same
at
way.
one point, Varnum had 9 foul calls. Lamega had 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, Scott's giving him a pretty good discussion here, and the officials have standing right there talking it over with him. Who knows? Maybe it'll change things. I think Scott probably would like to fire his team up a little bit.
Well,
I think they need a spark plug right now.
It's kind of a psychological thing. Your coach gets fired up about something. Now, it's one thing if the coach is yelling at you, but whenever he gets fired up about a call, it gets you energized a little bit.
Well, let's hope so.
Because if he'll fight for you, then you can fight for him.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
I think that's the objective. That's the second foul on Rogers, and it will be Glencoe's basketball with 2:49 to play in the half. And Spear walking across the timeline. And
boy, I hope he doesn't just stand there the whole half.
Everybody paid $10 to get in here.
Paid $10 to see him dribble.
I don't really quite understand. They can score anytime they want. It's kind of odd. Anyway, I guess they're going to do it. So, whatever. Give us time to thank our sponsors. Southwest Oklahoma Driving School.
Oh, we're going into 1-3-1 now.
Going to get in the 1-3-1 trap. Hopefully that will
hopefully they don't shoot threes.
Spur us on a little bit. There's Whedon in the corner. We close out on him, and Collins takes it away. Good quick hands by Samian. Hands it off to Rogers. Quickly up ahead to Taylor. Right wing three-pointer on the way. Good! There you go. Ian Taylor with a long three-pointer. Let's see if they'll hold it this time, Blake.
That, my friends, is why you don't hold the ball on Fort Cobb. It just doesn't work.
In the corner they go. I think he might have shuffled his feet on that little move, but out to Spear. Cross court in the corner to Reeves. Now back to Spear in the corner quickly. Whedon, three-pointer high arcing shot's good. I tell you what, I think I'll just stick one on him, not let him leave. That's 6 trays. 18, 20, 22, 24 points what I've got him for in the first half. I don't know that he's missed. He maybe missed one, and there's a block on the Panthers out front. Brad Reeves fouled Willits.
Well, now we're going to try to even up the foul calls.
That'd be okay with me. 1:16 to play in the half.
Don Whedon has 24. He's 8 for 11 from the field.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's missed a 3, though.
Now Glencoe really pressuring the ball. And the Mustangs dribble through the paint. Willits lost it. It's picked up by Jackson Whedon. Around Collins, layup good. That's Jackson's first field goal. He's a freshman, and it's 35-19. Under a minute to play, and Coach Hines takes another timeout. And we will do the same. It'll be a 30-second. Well, he's going to give a full timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute.
We are your premier, best in state driving school, located in southwest Oklahoma at Fort Cobb Public School. We can provide all the services related to driving in the state of Oklahoma, such as driver's education, in-house testing capabilities, permits, and drive testings for a license. The only thing that you will be required from DPS is your eye exam. We have certified instructors that use our cars to teach your students how to be the best drivers from the beginning. Come see us today for all your driving needs.
We're bringing fiber internet to Fort Cobb. Having fast internet is a must-have, whether you're working or learning from home. That's why we are building a fiber network in your community. We have wireless internet solutions too, available at Fort Cobb Lake, Crow's Roost, Alfalfa, and more. You can count on us for a fast, reliable connection to the world. We're proud to be a local provider that's part of your community. Get connected to Carnegie Fiber today.
All right, it'll be Fort Cobb's basketball out of the timeout. Trailing 35-19, 48 seconds to play in the first half. Sure be nice to go in the locker room with a little basket right here. In the half with a bucket. Collins with it, right side. Bounce pass to Taylor, in the corner quickly to Willits. Drives along the baseline, couldn't get his defender in the air. They swing it around to Collins. 28 seconds. Bounce pass to Nunn. Quickly to Willits. Baseline three on the way. Good. Jackson Willits. That's 7 for Jackson. And it's 35-22. Now the Panthers on the attack. Spear will walk it across the timeline with 10 seconds. I think I'd find number 10 and see if I couldn't just lock on him. There's underneath the basket wide open. It's Jackson Whedon, his brother, and he lays it in for 2 at the buzzer. And your halftime score, the Glencoe Panthers 37 and the Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs 22. Blake, in what was a pretty impressive first half by the Panthers, but especially number 10, Jake and Whedon. So we got our hands full tonight. Blake.
Yes, we do. That's exactly right. You know, and we didn't have a bad half by no means. You know, shot 39% from the field, hit 4 threes out of 11. Didn't even see the free throw line, only had 4 turnovers. I mean, that's not a bad half.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but whenever the other team goes out, shoots 62% from the field, 54% from 3, hits 7 threes in the first half,
yep.
It's just hard to compete with that.
Pretty hard to defeat. How many was their shooting percentage from the three-point line?
54.
54?
7 out of 13.
7 out of 13. Well, old Jake, and what was he, 6 out of 9, you think?
Probably. You know, let me go look.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. I believe you're right, 6 out of 9.
Okay.
Yep, that's exactly right, 6 out of 9. Scoring for the Mustangs, Jackson Willits leads them with 7, Simeon Collins 6, Ian Taylor 5, and Blake Nunn 4. For the Panthers, the shooting Whedon, Jakin has 24, Jackson 4, Spear 6, and Beaver has 3. You know, you take out that 24, it's a pretty good game.
Yeah, only if we could.
Here's the thing about it, Don. You know, let's go back to the girls' game, and I know it's going to be a little bit tough to go back to that for some people, but Lady Mustangs were on the right side of the half-court line in the first half, didn't shoot the ball well at all.
Uh-huh.
Second half, they were on the left side, shot the ball pretty well. They shot themselves back into the game. Today it's going to be flop. Glencoe is on the left side the first half. They're going to be on the right side the second half. I wonder if they're going to shoot like that on this end. I don't think they're going to go 7 for 13 on this end. I think Fort Cobb, they're a third-quarter team. I think they're going to come back. And they're going to come back in a hurry. We're going to hit a couple shots early, play good, solid defense the first couple possessions. Glencoe's going to get a little confused. We might throw something at them. We might throw a box and one at them. You never know. Mm-hmm. So I think Coach Hines is going to do a good job, and you know, that's why he's been here for as long as he has, and he's won as many games as he has. In my opinion, the best coach in the state.
Oh, yeah, no question about it.
And I don't think there's many people that would argue that.
I
so
agree with you. Uh-huh.
He's going to get those boys fired up. They're going to come out hot as a wildfire.
All right.
And it's going to spread.
All right.
And this is going to be a game.
Okay. I'm with you, Blake. I'm with you 100%. I'd like to thank our sponsors while we have the opportunity. The Southwest Oklahoma Driving School, operated by Mr. Kent Sexton. Give him a call at 580-512-6936 for your anytime you need a driving lessons in your household for your high school student or what have you. Carnegie Fiber, located in Carnegie, Oklahoma, for all your high-speed internet needs, television, telephone, 580-654-1002. Keystone Foods, out of Stillwater, Oklahoma. They provide breakfast and lunches for Fort Cobb Broxton School. T-Bird's Convenience Store, downtown Fort Cobb, owned and operated by Travis Birchie. Shelley Dissey with ABC Superior Realty for all your real estate sales needs. Give Shelley a call at 580-302-1974. And the Ouachita Valley Bank, locally owned and operated since 1902. Proud sponsors of the Mustangs for a long, long time, and good folks down there. Go down there and say hi to Mike and Blake and Marcia and all of the gang down there. Joyce, Sherry.
We can't forget you.
Oh, yeah. Come down there and say hi to me. Absolutely, Blake. Be glad to speak to you. I'd like to thank them for all their sponsorship this year and last year. Glad you're along with us, folks, and hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Hopefully the Mustangs will make a good comeback here in the second half. We'll take about a 4-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have second half action. You're listening to the Mustangs Basketball Network.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Versatile Networks can handle all of your school or business technology and wiring needs. Expanding into a new building or office space? We would love to give you a free quote for your network wiring. Are your computers outdated? Are your servers slow? Is your network underperforming? Is your wireless network weak? Let Versatile Networks come in and assess the situation and get you back up and running the way you should be. Call Versatile Networks today at 405-217-0267 or visit versatilenetworks.com for more information.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Ouachita Valley Bank, locally owned and operated since 1902, proudly serving the Fort Cobb area with knowledgeable and friendly professionals that actually care about your financial well-being. Online banking, loans, certificate of deposit, safe deposit boxes, 24-hour telephone banking, and an ATM. For service you can trust, Ouachita Valley Bank, 405-643-2305, member FDIC.
Proud supporters of Fort Cobb Mustangs. The name of the store is T-Birds. Come see Connie for our daily lunch specials. Good. We offer cold drinks, hot food, and a clean environment. Also, $1 Fountain Pop Wednesdays. See you soon. We are your premier best in state driving school, located in Southwest Oklahoma at Fort Cobb Public School. We can provide all the services related to driving in the state of Oklahoma, such as driver's education, in-house testing capabilities, permits, and drive testings for a license. The only thing that you will be required from DPS is your eye exam. We have certified instructors that use our cars to teach your students how to be the best drivers from the beginning. Come see us today for all your driving needs.
We're bringing fiber internet to Fort Cobb. Having fast internet is a must-have, whether you're working or learning from home. That's why we are building a fiber network in your community. We have wireless internet solutions too, available at Fort Cobb Lake, Crow's Roost, Alfalfa, and more. You can count on us for a fast, reliable connection to the world. We're proud to be a local provider that's part of your community. Get connected to Carnegie Fiber today.
All right, we're about set to go for the second half. And let's see, it's going to be Fort Cobb's ball. Start the second period second half going right to left. What are your keys here, second half, Blake?
Keep them from shooting threes. That I'm going to keep it short and simple.
Keep them from shooting threes, okay.
And you have to make sure also that you don't let them get backside like they did right before half as well. But your first priority is to force them to go cold from behind the arc. Because if you can do that, you can start to put yourself back in this one.
All right, here we go. Rogers with it. See if anything changes defensively for Glencoe. And they take it away from Taylor right off the bat. And there's Jordan Reeves. Jordan Beaver shot no good. Good hustle by the Mustangs. They quickly get it back down the other way. Collins, left wing, guarded out there by Jackson Whedon. There's just no penetration, as you mentioned. Usually Rogers, on a healthy leg, would be zipping in there and causing some havoc. Ball poked away by Spear, but he fouled him.
And I would assume that's a lot of the reason he's put Cray in there in the post. Normally when we run that particular offense against the zone, Jackson's the one running through the high post along with Nunn.
Ball tapped away by Jordan Beaver. Mustangs just seem a little bit slow tonight. They're just a little flat-footed so far. This zone is it's hard to play against the zone sometimes if you're not shooting it real well. Rogers long three-pointer, good. There's a good start for Cray, his first basket.
It's a very good sign.
And it's a 12-point ball game, 37-25.
They're back in the man, so interested to see how long they go.
That's about what you're going to have to do that with these guys. You can't play a zone on them, I don't think. Three-pointer on the way. The other end is good by Jackson Whedon. Now there's Jenkins' brother Jackson has got into the three-point act. There's a bounce pass. He thought Rogers was cutting in, but he stopped. It's intercepted. All the way to the basket is Jordan Beaver, and he lays it in for two. That's 5 straight now for Glencoe. And it's a 17-point lead, largest of the game for the Panthers. Willits drives along the baseline, hands it into Nunn. His little 4-footer won't go, but it's tapped out to Collins. Good feed from Willits. He's done a good job on assisting today, getting the ball into open shooters, as he normally does, but he's doing a good job of it today. There's Collins, over to Rogers. Little 12-footer's good. That's 5 for Cray. We played 2 minutes. Mustangs not able to close the gap any. There's a three-pointer, good. Unbelievable. Brad Reeves, he makes his first basket. And it's 45-27. Boy, they get on a roll. They're hard to stop. Willits along the baseline, a little 14-footer won't go. And quickly comes Reeves into the front court. Hands it off to Jordan Beaver. Bounce pass underneath the basket. Off the glass and two is Jackson Whedon all alone. Right through the defense. And it's a 20-point lead for Glencoe. Boy, they look like a juggernaut tonight. Left side Taylor. Wing three-pointer good. Ian Taylor, his second tray. Quickly comes Jakin Whedon off to Spear. Bounce pass to Jackson Whedon. Now Spear will try a three-pointer straight away. It's no good. And Taylor with a rebound. Yeah, this zone is, it's just a 2-1-2, but boy, it's hard to get any openings. We're going to have a foul on Spear as he was holding Rogers, and he seems to be in pain. Rogers does as he limps away. It's a second foul on Spear. Second team foul on the Panthers. And Rogers will inbound. Boy, you can tell he's just grimacing in pain. He's bending over like he can hardly move. They grab him as he comes around the screen. Willits, baseline three on the way, good. Jackson. Willits, that's 10 for Jackson. 2 tray pointers. And it's a 14-point ball game. Panthers have led by as many as 20. And now they're going to slow it down a little bit.
I think I know now why they only scored 30 the last game.
Well, perhaps both teams held it in that game. I can't imagine. This one kid's got 24, so.
Here's the 1-3-1.
We do that just to get them to play in. I mean, we got to get them to play a little bit. We're down 14. We can't just let them burn the clock away. Cross court pass to Whedon. Now to Reeves, right wing three on the way. Stop the presses. They missed a three-pointer. Quickly comes Rogers into the front court. Between the legs dribble in the corner to Willits. To Taylor. Over to Collins. Thought about a three-pointer. They close out on him. Rogers will try a three. Good. Trey Rogers. That's two trays for him at 8.5, and it's an 11-point ball game. You know, Saturday afternoon, the Lady Mustangs came from 17 down to take the lead. Let's see if the Mustangs can do that today. Cross-court pass to Spear. Back in the corner. Along the baseline, they kick it out. There's Whedon. Three-pointer, no good this time, but the tap-up is no good. Battle for the rebound, and I think they went over our back. Nice turn of events there for the Mustangs as they miss a couple of three-pointers. And then the foul is charged to Jordan Beaver. And that's the third team foul. And the Mustangs have a chance to get under 10 here. Blake with the basket.
It's the second on Beaver, and I might start attacking him.
There's Rogers. Oh my goodness, gonna call a travel. Looked like there was a lot of body contact there from Spear.
I've never liked the travel or foul call.
Yeah. 2:56 to play in the third. Well, you just don't see Rogers travel hardly. I don't know. I've seen him travel all year, so kind of an unusual call on him. 1-3-1. Once again, in the corner they go to Whedon. Now they get it down low, back to Whedon. There's a three-pointer. Baseline is no good again. He's missed 2 in a row.
Might be a good sign. Don't want to speak too soon now.
Up ahead quickly to Taylor. Well, the Mustangs need a basket right here. Collins gets by his defender. Quickly in the corner. Now around the perimeter. There's Willits all alone. Along the baseline, now to Rogers. Left wing three off 1 foot. He just can't elevate, can't accelerate. He's having all kinds of trouble, and we're going to have a travel call on the Panthers. Putting a little pressure on them, Blake, and we've seen that they can make some mistakes.
Well, you know, they haven't scored, and it's hard to keep track of time, you know, now as fast as they're going, but it's been a couple minutes at least since they scored.
It was 47-27. The Mustangs on a 9-0 run here. Down low to Taylor, quickly out to Collins. Left wing three, all alone, no good. Too strong, Spear with a rebound.
It's about as good as a look as you can get.
Houston Patton swings it to Jake and Whedon now out front to Spear, 146. Mustangs in that 1-3-1. Spear drives around, and they swing it around the perimeter, being a little more selective on this possession. Hard to, a lot of times we'll intercept passes and such, but today haven't been able to get their hands on many of them. There's a three-pointer deep in the corner, good. That is number 11, Jordan Beaver, for his second tray. And just when we get in striking distance, they hit one from almost out in the lobby. And there's that ball taken away. Here comes Whedon, Jakin. Shot blocked by Taylor. And then they fumble it out of bounds off of Glencoe. Great work by Taylor as he got a hand on that shot. Saved the basket with a minute to play in the third, 50-36. And Aiden Lewis will check in for the Mustangs for his first action today. Going to be replacing Ian Taylor. Lewis, he's a good post defender.
And now with two post players, I wonder how Glencoe plays this. Might collapse a little bit more.
Might do it. Now the Mustangs kind of run a one spread offense here. They get Rogers at the free throw line, quickly to Collins, right side, in the corner to Lewis. Well, they're leaving the baseline open for him. He'll take it. Little 4-footer, and there's a blocking foul. And that's a great call. He was flopping before Lewis even got there. And that'll be his first personal. That's Houston Patton. And Aiden Lewis will be at the line shooting two. Cold off the bench. These will be some tough foul shots for Aiden as he just got off the bench a moment ago. And the first one's a little short. First free throw of the night for the Mustangs. And Aiden will have one more. And he made that one. 14-point lead for Glencoe, 13, 50-37. They haven't got that one on the board yet, I don't think. 30 seconds to play in the third period, and Spear dribbling out near the center line. They led it by 15 at the half, and right now it's 13-point margin. They got an easy basket at the end of the half, kind of off this same scenario. Got to keep somebody from sneaking in along that back baseline. There's the travel, got away with that one. Left wing three on the way, no good. Willits with the rebound, and that will do it. After 3 quarters of play, Glencoe 50, Mustangs 37. You're listening to the Mustangs Basketball Network.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
Blake, what's your shooting percentages after 3 periods?
Mustangs up to 44% from the field, 47% from three. Glencoe 53% from the field, 48% from behind the arc.
Going to take a monumental rally here in the 4th period, as Glencoe will start off with the basketball. And I suspect they're going to be pretty content to burn as much clock as they can, make the Mustangs come out and try to pressure them and gamble a little bit on defense, hoping that they can get some easy baskets. Probably a pretty good strategy, I would guess. Rogers kicks it away into the backcourt, but it'll stay with Glencoe. Got Samuel Lancaster checked in during the break, replacing Taylor. So we have Lewis, Lancaster, Willits, Collins, and Rogers on the floor for the Mustangs. And for the Panthers, they have their starters, Jackson Whedon, Jacob Whedon, Jordan Beaver, Brad Reeves, and Trey Spear. And they are being very patient at the moment. Trey Spear, he's 6'3", and he runs a point. And it's pretty hard for us to get it away from him. You know, normally Taylor and Rogers are quick enough, long-armed enough that they can
It's a walk, Don.
intercept some passes, but Spear's tall enough, it's pretty hard to do that. He's a good athlete, and he can handle it well enough, and he doesn't panic. That's the other thing about him. He's strong enough. You just can't really take it away from him. He's strong enough that he can pass over your head, and, you know, a lot of times you'll see kids get kind of panicked when people get out on him, but he doesn't appear to panic whatsoever, and just calmly stands out there and finds the open guy. And they burned off quite a bit of time here. 6:45 to play in the contest. And they poke it away. Rogers poked it to Lewis. Now here comes Mustangs. Gray Rogers on the handle. Gets it out to Collins. Need a basket here to get it down to 10 perhaps. 50-37. Now Rogers basically playing on one leg. It's painful to watch. Tough young man to be getting it out here. I'll tell you right now, Collins down low to Lancaster. And the ball was poked out of bounds by the Panthers. I'd like to see Lancaster put a move on somebody. Flush one right here. Out front to go to Rogers. Still plenty of time left. 6:11 to play in the contest. No ball movement much by the Mustangs. A lot of standing flat-footed.
Looks like we're the ones trying to take time off the clock, Don.
Yeah, well, it's just like Cray just having such a hard time moving. It just, he'll try a long three-pointer. It's a little short. And a rebound by Jordan Beaver. And Spear will walk it into the front court. What you got to be concerned about for the Mustangs here is if they're not able to come back is the health of Cray for tomorrow's ball game. Because it won't be an easy ball game for sure either. And the Panthers doing a good job burning some clock. There's a foul on Lancaster, I believe. He got his hand on the ball, but a little too much of the arm, and they're going to call it on Aiden Lewis, they say. It's his first, and the first team foul on the Mustangs with 5:23 to play in the ball game. In the corner, that's Whedon, three-pointer good. That's Jenkins' first basket of the second half. That gives him 27 on the night. And it's a 16-point ball game. Ball now knocked out of bounds by Jakin. Jakin is number 10 is a junior. His brother Jackson, number 5, is a freshman. But this is quite a shooting performance by Jakin, I'll tell you for sure. That's 7 three-pointers today. Lancaster has it knocked away. Spear comes away with it. Quickly into the front court. You know, he's not real flashy with the ball, but he's just steady. You know, they don't take it away from him, and he don't lose it. And he's just real calm and methodical and real fundamentally sound basketball player. There's Reeves, right wing three on the way. Good. Brad Reeves with his second tray. And it's a 19-point ball game, and I think Coach Hines is going to probably pull Rogers out of here and save him for tomorrow as substitutions off the bench here. 3 of them standing at the score table. Lancaster, three-pointer good.
I think they called that a 2.
No, the referee here had his arms up. Samuel with a long tray. And it's 56-40 with half the fourth quarter left.
Don, you know, I don't know if everyone else is watching the same game I am, but if we put a little pressure on Spear out front, he's pushing off almost every time that we get up close to.
They're not going to call it, though, I don't think. They've shown that. There's a foul on the Mustangs. I think that's just so we can get out of the ball game here and get some subs in, I think. Foul's going to be on Collins. And we're going to have, he's going to check out. Rogers going to check out. We're going to have Tanner McAdoo. Willits is checking out. McAdoo, Lance Anderson, and Brody Devon will check in. got to rest them up for tomorrow, Blake. That's the goal here. We got to get Cray some ice on that knee, and hopefully he'll be healthy tomorrow. We've got a tough ball game tomorrow with Earlsboro, who defeated Lomega today, 37-35.
Here's the thing I don't like. Glencoe hasn't gone to their bench. What's the point in leaving the starters out there?
Well, you can't really criticize them. I mean, they're trying to win the game, and it's they're trying to get to state tournament. Well, it's still a 16-point game. And
as far as Coach Hines is concerned, he's saying, hey, look, we know that we probably aren't going to come back. You shoot threes too well, so why don't we just get some other guys in there?
But on the other hand, they're just standing there holding the ball, so it's not like they're trying to score.
I guess.
I suspect the game's going to end like this. I figure because Fort Cobb's not going to do anything about it.
I try not to get irritated while we're on here, but tonight I am a little bit irritated.
Well, you just got to let it go. I mean, their coach does what he thinks is right, and the game's going to probably end like this because at least you can say they're not trying to run layups on us.
That's true. I guess we get to sit and watch 2.5 minutes of nothing.
Oh yeah, well, we can talk about. Tomorrow we're going to have to play Earlsboro. Earlsboro defeated Lomega 37-35, as I mentioned. Earlsboro, I watched them play Coyle the other day. They defeated Coyle pretty handily. I think it was Saturday afternoon here, and we defeated Coyle in the regional final. They got a good ball club. We'll have to play well tomorrow to beat them, certainly. Very unusual way to end the game here, Blake. I'll tell you for sure. You're right about that. And for some reason,
now we're going to call a timeout.
Put some subs in, I guess.
I guess.
2 minutes to play in the ball game. And we'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back after this short break.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
All right, in the ball game for the Panthers, we got number 14 is Ryan Cook. Number 12 is Houston Patton. 24, Connor Bailey. 22 is Logan Byrostek. And number 33 is Bryce Coe. 2 minutes to play, and the Mustangs now going to play a little defense against these guys. As the Panthers in the corner, three-pointer on the way by Cook is good. Ryan Cook drains a long three. I tell you, these guys they can shoot threes blindfolded, I think. 59-40. Quite a shooting exhibition today by the Panthers. You just got to tip your cap to them. They just outmanned us today so far, shooting-wise. Hopefully, if we catch them again, they'll be a little, maybe on a colder night, perhaps. Go ahead, Blake.
Oh, I was just fixing to say, I think there's a team in the state that might be a little bit harder than Glencoe.
Who's that?
Duke Tigers.
They're beating Roth tonight pretty handily, are they?
Halftime in Chickasha, it is 24-3.
24-3. That's pretty.
Duke's number 5. Roth is number 1.
Yeah.
And being a Fort Cobb guy, that's fine by me.
Well, I suspect this ball club we're watching right here, Glencoe, if there's anybody better than these guys, I'd hate to see them. They've looked pretty good, pretty strong tonight. Of course, I know we're probably not 100%. Cray's definitely limited on that one leg, makes some difference. But I tell you, Glencoe's played like a number 1 team here today, in my opinion. 59-40 with 28 seconds to play. Yeah, if you could, as you mentioned earlier, if you could take Whedon's 24 points out of it, it'd be a pretty good ball game. But sadly, that's not the way it works. Lewis with a drive, can't finish it. And it's picked up by the Panthers, and that's probably going to do it. As the coach holds up his hand and says, no more boys, and that clock will tick down. And the Glencoe Panthers, final score 59, and the Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs 40. So congratulations to the Panthers as they have advanced to the state tournament, which will begin Thursday somewhere in Oklahoma City area. It'll be in the
I believe
big
everything's
house
at the big
or
house.
Mustang. No,
Everything's in the big house, I believe.
No, they moved it up
Have
because
they?
of they got Mustang in Washington and the big house now. So the original plan was to have it all in the big house starting on Tuesday, but the weather didn't permit that. So I don't know where we'll play. Well, we got to get there tomorrow. We're going to play tomorrow afternoon. We do know tomorrow night, I should say. Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock when we'll be playing Earlsboro. We'll get the trophy presentation here momentarily as the teams gather around, and the trophy presentation will be made to the Class B Area 2 champions, boys, the Glencoe Panthers. Congratulations to Coach Whedon and that. They got a good ball club, there's no question about it. And they defeated the Mustangs 59-40, and we'll turn it over to Blake for a post-game wrap-up.
Don, here's the bad thing about this game. You know, if you shoot the ball as well as Fort Cobb did and take care of the ball as well as Fort Cobb did, you'd still win a lot of games. We lost by 19, but we didn't play bad at all. 43% from the field, 15 for 35, 9 for 19 from 3. Just over 47% there, only 1 for 2 from the free throw line, 9 turnovers. That's not bad at all.
No,
you know,
yep.
Anytime you can shoot north of 40%, it'll win you a lot of games.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Glencoe, 21 out of 37, 57% from the field, 54% from 3. They had 13 tonight, 4 for 4 from the line, 7 turnovers. Scoring for the Mustangs, Jackson Willits led the way, 10 points. Curry Rogers and Ian Taylor both with 8. Simeon Collins 6, Blake Nunn 4, Samuel Lancaster 3, and Aiden Lewis with the free throw. For the Panthers, Jake and Whedon led everybody. 27 points tonight. His brother Jackson added on 9. Jordan Beaver, 8 tonight. Trey Spear had 6, as well as Brad Reeves. And then Ryan Cook had 3 points as well. So, you know, whenever a team shoots as well as Glencoe did tonight, it's just hard to keep up with that, especially when, you know, your main ball handler is playing really on one leg and things like that. So I look forward to seeing the Mustangs come out tomorrow night. They were in the same exact position last season.
Oh,
against same thing at Cash, played Snyder, and they shot us out of the gym. Came back and
we beat Canute the next night.
And beat Canute pretty handily.
Yep.
In that one. So you know,
that's the way it goes. Good report, Blake. Just hope we're not too demoralized. You don't often see us just get handled like that so easily as they did today, and kind of, you know, leave a sour taste in your mouth. And hopefully the Mustangs will rally tomorrow and come out, forget about this one and come out tomorrow, and you know, they can still, all their goals are in front of them, make the state tournament, and they have a great opportunity tomorrow evening. That's the great thing about being in a winner's bracket. You get 1 out of 2 chances here, and like you said, they did it last year. They've done it before, so it's as long as they keep their heads up, come out tomorrow and rally, I think they'll be fine. All right, appreciate all your great analysis work today, Blake. Thanks to John Bellamy and Caden Baker for their work in the camera and the engineering, and appreciate all the work they do. Thanks to our sponsors, the Southwest Oklahoma Driving School, Carnegie Fiber, Keystone Foods, Ouachita Valley Bank, T-Birds Convenience Store, Shelley Dissy with ABC Superior Realty. I'd like to thank you folks for sponsoring us again this year, and thanks for everybody watching today, and we'll see you tomorrow night at Stroud, Oklahoma at 8 o'clock. So good night, everybody.